All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Time Skip. Do me a favor and subscribe, hit that like button, and make sure you leave a comment to let us know what you're looking forward to. I'm Nate, and this is David, and let's just jump right into it.
All right, let's start it off. How do we feel about Kaiju number 8?
I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. I think the animation's
I do like it too.
fantastic on it. Yeah, the animation's so clean on it. I just got to watch Hoshina versus number 10. I'm a little sad that we got left on a cliffhanger because that
Always
that
happens,
fight's
bro.
that fight's so good. Right? Even in the manga, that fight is sick, right? And it's just gonna get even better, especially now that he's transforming. This entire fight has been fantastic. I mean, like, I feel like Hoshina versus number 8 was really good, and
Was.
it kind of set the bar for how powerful Kafka is in his kaiju form, which I think
Yeah.
is sick, right? I thoroughly enjoyed that. Um, but now we're seeing like Hoshina versus number 10, which feels like it really is just like a power of like
Oh yeah.
literally some of the most powerful people that we've seen so far. That's not Kafka or Captain. And so I'm thoroughly enjoying it right now. What are you thinking right now?
I do like it. I do like it. To be honest, I was watching the first episode and I was like, okay, like, I'll keep watching it. And then it just got better and better, bro. Like, I like the
It's
fact, like, yeah. I like,
I I do think it is a little interesting that the art style they kind of went with outside of the fights, as far as like sculpting people's faces, feels like a lot of thin lines with negative spacing, so that you kind of have to like your eyes will automatically start creating the faces.
yeah.
I think that's a very interesting art style. I don't know how I feel about it still.
Well, I actually was thinking of something as I was watching this anime.
Oh yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Jujutsu in a
Oh, in what
way.
way?
In a way, because number 9 like can make a dome and no cell phones. It's like a domain
Oh, with the
extension.
veils. With the veils, I
Yeah.
see. Oh yeah, no,
So
that's good. I
I
didn't
could
even think
kind
about
of
that.
see. I could kind of see like its similarity.
I mean, they're both also carried by their action.
Yeah.
Even though like they both have 6 stories so far, but they're
Oh
both
yeah.
like heavily carried. Like what draws people in is like the
Yeah.
action. The action's fantastic.
And like both, it's crazy because both main characters have like the better form. Like he has Sukuna. This guy has like Kaiju number 8. So it's like they both have like power
Yeah,
beyond
yeah.
what they
But
usually
like
would have.
the one thing I will say that's interesting that Jujutsu does over Kaiju number 8, as far as like essentially like the two forms for the main character,
Hmm.
is like Sukuna is an entirely different entity that has his own plans, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't we don't know anything about
you're right.
this kaiju that Kafka ate. So we're like we don't know anything other than this man ate a bug, and
Yeah,
now he can turn into a giant kaiju, which is sick, right? But we don't know anything more than that. The one thing that does get on my nerves is in the manga, Aoi is dark skinned in Kaiju number 8, but in the anime, he's more like so like I was expecting him to be like, I don't know, some form of mixed, but this happens a lot when it comes to manga over to anime, where like the character will be darker skinned, and then when they come out, it's just not. Uh so he's more like olive skin now, or like just a
oh,
slightly darker Japanese man, which is cool. I got no problem with that. But it's just very interesting to see the differences between him in the manga versus him in the anime.
so what you're saying is we have to cancel them. No, I'm
Maybe,
saying
maybe, man, we might be canceling Kaiju number 8. Uh,
might have to.
just saying. No, I do enjoy the inclusion of other races in anime and mangas. And it's just very interesting when that kind of gets retconned
Yeah,
into not existing. Because like Jujutsu, that's a big concern that everyone has with Hikari, because Hikari originally started off with like dreads in like the first time he's shown in the
yeah,
manga. He has like dreads, dark hair, and then when he shows up later in the manga, doesn't have that anymore.
yeah,
So we'll see how it goes. I think it'd be
yeah. We'll
interesting.
see. I mean, I'm liking it. I do like
It's
Kaiju
still
number
it's
8.
still fantastic. Even that aside, like that's not a big deal. Like that's just something that I find funny. Um, But even
But
still, that
but
aside,
the
I am enjoying the way that they demonstrate the level of power and the way that everyone's growing. I think that's been really well done.
oh yeah,
I think that's fantastic writing.
yeah. I think it was like an episode before this one, maybe 2 episodes, when she just has that gun bow and just keeps shooting bow. Like
And they're like,
he's
"He's
down,
dead, he's
he's
dead."
down.
She's like,
He's like give the
"Tell me
give
to
it.
shoot." Yeah, no, Mina's a
Yeah.
gangster. Mina's an absolute gangster. The other captains were good to me. There's some gangsters in
Well,
there
I
too.
think I think she wanted to do that because she knew like more
Yeah,
Yoji were gonna come out, so she was trying to
yeah,
get rid of most of the body before that happened.
I believe so. And I think that's kind of stated, right? Where like Kafka's just like they have little reproductive parts of them where they're
Yeah,
going to be spawning more Yojo.
yeah.
So she's just like, you can't spawn more if you're literally Ash. And she just starts blasting away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, no. As far as the captains go,
Oh, they're
we're going to be
strong.
introduced. Yeah, we're going to be introduced to some more captains that are insane.
Yeah. And actually, uh, what's that blonde haired chick's name again?
Like the main one, Shinomiya.
Yes. She got her own weapon.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
She's like, oh, it doesn't really fit me, and proceeds to, like, demolish them.
Well, that's what's great. Is like I think Reno even comments on that where he's like, "Not meant for you.
Yeah.
This feels like the perfect fit for you,"
Yeah.
because he talks about how like she has a very aggressive personality, and it's the way that she fights as well. And he's just like, big axe is not fitting. I
Yeah.
don't know about this one.
She is strong. I like her.
Yeah, yeah. She's sick. She's a great character. I am thoroughly enjoying all of the character development that's happening as well.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't realize how quickly Kafka just reveals that he's a kaiju to
Yeah, bro.
Shinomiya. I
He
did not realize it was that quick. It's like in the first it's like in the second episode or something.
like, to be honest, he could have just came in, knocked that guy's head off, and dipped. He didn't have to, like, transform
Well, I
back.
mean, well, that's the thing is like it was the whole thing of him struggling to control how much he transforms, right? Because he was like, "Oh, I thought I could just transform just my arms to hit him," right? Because he did it. He did it when he lifted his van.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just transform
Yeah, I
slightly,"
think he's
and
still
then he
learning.
like, yeah, and then he put like too much sauce in it, and now all of a sudden he's turned into a full kaiju, and he's just like, "Well, we're here now. Let's deal with the problem."
Yeah.
But Shinomiya's already seen that he's on the scene, so it'd be
Like,
kind of weird if he was like, "Dip."
I didn't read the manga or anything, but I feel like this next episode, Kafka is gonna transform, and he's gonna show up with the captain to help him. Like, I just feel that coming. I feel it.
Yeah.
I think that's my prediction. I just feel like it's gonna happen.
Only time will tell.
Yeah. I think
Kaiju
I'm
number 10 is
gassed though.
sick. Kaiju number 10 is sick.
Oh yeah, bro. I like his. He's like all red, bro. Oh, he looks sick. He does look sick. It's like Egress.
More bloodlust. I can see that though. I can definitely agree.
Well,
Yeah.
anything else we have to talk about with Kaiju?
I mean, like, other than Hoshina absolutely being a Giga Chad. Like, Hoshina so far is my favorite character in the entire story.
Which one is that?
Hoshina is the vice captain.
Oh yes, yes.
He's
Nice
the one.
guy.
He's the one that's fighting. Yeah, he's the one
Yeah.
that's fighting Kaiju number 10
I'm
right
still
now.
like learning everybody's names. I'm so bad with names.
The names are all very unique, so they are a little tough to keep up with. But Hoshina so far is just my favorite character. He's even had a spinoff.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they started a little spinoff. What's it called? Kaiju number 8 B side, and he so far has been like a key factor in that entire thing. Like he's one of the main protagonists of the entire thing.
No, dope. He is strong. I like him. I like when
He's sick.
he just
I
take.
enjoy that he has a sense of humor.
Yeah, that's the
Where
only
it's
reason why Kafka was able to like get in.
well, it's like it's
Anyone to
that
keep an eye on
he's
him.
like he's funny. Yeah, he's like, but it puts more I guess of an interesting twist on the character for Hoshina because he's like oh, this old man's hilarious. and also conveniently everywhere he's not supposed to be. And it makes it far more interesting because it's like, oh yeah, he's keeping around because he's funny, and it's just like, oh, but he also sees kind of a pattern
Yeah.
that Kafka is in every single instance where a kaiju happens to explode.
Yeah. Yo, Kaiju number 8 though, he's like, I'm gonna clean this up quick. One punch. Just proceeds to
Dog,
destroy, bro.
dog.
It's funny that he doesn't know he's like how strong he really is. I mean, I guess he's kind of getting to know now. But that first time he was like, I'm gonna punch it as hard as I can and see what happens. And
By the time
proceeds
he
to,
matches up with Hoshina, he kind of is starting to get a feel for his capabilities, is what it feels like.
yeah,
So he's like, his maneuvering is getting a lot sharper. His ability to just not be where the enemy wants him to be is just getting cleaner, right? His ability to read the fight is just getting better.
yeah,
So it's like, it's just going to get sick. It's going to get so good.
yeah.
So I like that prediction that you have going where you
Oh,
think
dude.
that Kaiju number 8 is going to pull up.
Yeah, if he does, and they team up, like Hoshin and Kaiju 8 teams up, bro,
Mm-hmm.
number 10's goner, bro.
You
Goner.
don't think that Hoshina could take number 10?
Oh, I think he can take him by himself, but I think just have number 8 pull up. I think just get like they're synergized. I mean, I think even though Kafka is probably gonna reveal himself to Hoshina, and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck? I'm gonna kill you after this." But can we kill this guy first?
If the fight goes how I think I remember it going, I think you'll be surprised. But
Yeah,
I think you'll enjoy it.
yeah, yeah. Speaking of fights, Baki and Kengan. Oh
Wasn't
wait,
it?
wasn't it? Wasn't it? I was about to
No, no, no,
curse.
no,
I'm trying to
no.
keep it family friendly. Yeah, I didn't, bro. Nah,
Yeah, that it wasn't it. It was
nah.
not. It was not what I was hoping it would be.
What I do like is when Baki and Oma like lined up, and Oma's like, "Oh, guess I gotta make a first move," and he just did. Baki did his like kick that he
I
does. That's what I like.
yeah.
I like that. But
I
any other than
enjoyed
that,
I
it
enjoy
was
well, it's like one of the weird things is like in Kagan Ashura, right? Everyone's heard of the Nico style. And everyone's like, the Nico style is great. Like Nico style is one of like the one of the most legendary fighting styles that exists. Um, but in Baki versus Kengan Ashura, it feels like everyone has such a level of understanding of the Nico style that they're all practitioners, is what it feels like. And it's
yeah,
like they all have such an innate understanding of it, like they're all practitioners. Like they've all been studying the Nico style. And they're just like, his body's indestructible right now. And it's just like you've seen him do it once or twice. Like, how do you know the ins and outs of the way that adamantite form
yeah.
works, right?
I think it was that whole movie was botched.
I did not mind the Saw Pang fight where
Oh
he
yeah,
fought against the Yakuza dude. I thought that was okay. It felt like they kind of dumbed it down to just who punchy harder,
yeah,
and that kind of, I mean, like it fits with the Yakuza guys kind of mo,
yeah,
and it sort of fits into Saw Pangs, but it felt like it kind of limited everything that they've done and just reduced them down to who punchy harder.
yeah. They definitely. I think they could have made it more advanced. Like
How
when you bring two animes together, I think you gotta go all out. Don't give us no
you
shit
know,
show and then
I was surprised. I didn't hate how Oma and the gang from King and Ashura. I did not hate how they looked in 2D. I thought that was fine.
yeah, that was good. But I mean, I guess like the two fights that we did get were like okay, but like we're all waiting for Baki and Oma. But now we're gonna go into another movie, and now we know Pickle, Yujiro, they might have fights as well.
Well, they straight
Which
up confirmed that they're going
yeah,
to set up the
Yujiro will.
Yujiro fight. Yeah,
But
I didn't like how they the way that they made the cliffhanger go was by having their fight interrupted.
yeah, that was some BS. That
That was
was.
kind of whack.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But they gotta make their money, so they have to have a part two.
It's true. Can't knock a hustle.
But hopefully the next one is better. I had high hopes for the first one. Like I was up here. Now my second one is like dropped down, so maybe I'll do better from
Maybe
there.
that's a bit healthier.
I mean, it was an hour-long movie, so I was like, okay, but
Was it an hour long?
yeah,
Okay.
maybe like an hour 10, right around the
Okay.
hour mark.
I can
So
give
I
him that.
mean, I was just disappointed with it, to be honest. I
Was
was.
not what I was hoping it would be.
Yeah. So let's talk about something interesting.
What you have in mind?
So I've been watching Demon Slayer. I've been keeping up. I know you read it. You didn't watch the episode, but you'll understand. So basically, it starts off with Tanjiro going to training. So he goes to Mitsuri, the pink-haired girl,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like stretching. They're like get more flexible, you know. They're having tea. They're having a good time. All this stuff. Like he doesn't mind the training. He's just oh we're just gonna be stretching, make sure we're flexible so we're able to move. So that one's all good. That one takes like 2 minutes in the episode. And then she sends him to the snake guy, which is
Igor?
Iguro, yeah, to Iguro, and she sends a letter to him, and is like, "Hey, Tanjo and I had such a nice time. Good training. He looks so cute when he drinks tea and eats something new." And you can see this guy is steaming, bro. Steaming. So then he's like, "All right, oh, you had fun. You had fun? Okay, no problem. This is what we're gonna do." Opens up the doors, and everyone's tied to like posts. He's like, "You have to make sure you can hit me, but don't hit anybody else." And
Oh,
they're
that's
all like
right.
diagonal and
That's
horizontal. They're all
right.
over the place.
Igor's a psychopath.
Yeah. So Tanjiro is like sitting there, he's trying, and he's like, "Bro, how you moving your bamboo stick like this, like a snake?" He's like, whatever. So he like changes perspectives. He's like, "This is all trees and stuff. If I hit a tree, I'm dead. I can't hit a tree. I can't hit a rock. I can't hit a boulder." So he eventually gets a hit on Ego, which is
Oh,
nice.
word?
Yeah. So that ends the training, which I feel like he should have done a little bit more training. Anyways,
Yeah?
whatever. Yeah.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like it
the
was good training.
Hashira. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Hashira training arc is a lot less about training and a lot more about demonstrating the level of growth that Tanjiro that he's had.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Is what it feels like, right? Even though it's like the whole premise is like, yeah, everyone's growing stronger and training with the Hashira, but like every single one that I remember has been like the Hashira doing something sick, Tanjiro showing that he's able to match it or to keep up with it, or showing that he's not like the other demon slayers.
But
And they're either like, wow, Tanjiro, you're doing fantastic, or they're like, I may not like you, kid, but you're still nice with it. And it's that's what
well, Ego
I think it's interesting. Yeah, go
after training, Ego is like, "All right, go out there and die." That's basically what he says.
ahead. I mean,
So
man hates Tanjiro.
then Tanjiro starts walking over to Shinagawaza. Oh my god, I can't read these names.
Tsunemi, the Wind Hashira.
Sanemi. Yeah. These names are like messed up for me. Whatever. Yeah. So Sanemi, he's walking over, getting ready for training. Out of nowhere, Zenitsu runs and tackles him. He's like, "Bro, hide me, please hide me."
Oh, that's right.
And then Sanemi knocks him out. Tanjiro carries him over. So they're sitting there training, and then you see, oh, what's his name? What's his brother's name?
Kenya,
Yeah. So you see Genya sitting there like trying to talk to him, his brother. He's like,
American breathing.
we're brothers, bro. Like, talk to me. He's like, "Just quit. Like, you're not good enough. You can't even use any breathing styles." So you see like Genya tearing up, and Tanjiro's like listening around the corner. He's like tearing up. He's like, "I ate demons though to survive." brother's face goes white, bro. White eyes, everything. And he comes in with a finger poke, right? Tanjiro jumps in, saves him. Like, I like how Tanjiro is like always there for people. It's sick. I mean, I get he's the main character, but like he's always like,
Well, I mean,
there.
like that's his character.
Yeah.
That's his character as a whole. It's not just being the main character, but it's being there to protect those that he feels are in danger.
But back up a little bit.
Okay.
The funniest part of the episode, the part I really liked, is when he meets Tsunemi. Tsunemi goes, I don't really like you, because him and Michiri don't really, no, not Michiri, Snake Guy, Igu
Yeah.
and Tsunemi don't really like Tanjiro, from what I
No,
see. Yeah.
those are the two that hate him.
So Tsunemi's like, yeah, I don't really like you, bro, but let's get to training. And Tanjiro just smiles and goes, yeah, I haven't forgave you for stabbing Nezuko. Let's go train. Just like so peaceful with it. He's like, yeah, I don't even like you either, but I'm here to train, so let's do that. So then the training, and like the training gets cut short, because now Genya and his brother are fighting. Tanjiro's in the middle of it. Tsunemi's like, yeah, I'm gonna break every bone in your body so you can't. And Tanjiro's like, no, you're not. He's like, oh, so I'll break you first. Boy comes in with an uppercut of the century, bro.
It's a pretty baller response.
Yeah. So
Say uppercut of the
bro,
century.
he comes in, but Tanjiro catches it, right? He like uses his hand to like stop it. And he's like, what the fuck? He stopped it? And then Tanjiro, bro, just spun it. Yeah. You can cut that. Tanjiro just like is like up in the air from the just
From the force of the punch.
yeah, he's just sitting like there, and boy just hits him with a kick, bro. Everyone is just like, they're all gasping, bro. Oh, it's good. So now they're banned from seeing each other, and he can't train with him. Which I mean makes sense.
Yep.
Makes sense.
I think it's interesting that they chose to make the training arc a whole like season.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost done because now they're at Kiyomi. I think that's the last one, right?
Hashira?
Yeah, the Stone Hashira.
Yeah, sorry. No, he's a gangster.
Oh, yeah, they walk up and he's sitting in fire. He's like, "Oh, welcome, guys." Like
that's
his
a
eyes are
baller
watering.
thing.
His eyes are watering. He's like,
Forever crying.
yeah. He's just welcome.
He's
Tanjiro's like,
insane.
What?
He's sick. I do think it's interesting they decided to make it a whole season. Mostly because like Demon Slayer is not known for every season being a banger, and I know that some of the fan base kind of fell off because of that. I know I specifically kind of just slowed down on watching it as much and started prioritizing other shows because it felt like some seasons were heat and some seasons were a miss.
Yeah, I agree, but still, I like it. I like the training arc.
Yeah, no, it's good. It is good. It's just I didn't expect them to make that a whole. Although I guess the next arc is literally the final one, I believe. This Infinity
We'll
Castle.
find out.
So yeah, I think so.
That'll be gas. That will be gas. All
right. So last week I asked you a question about if you got isekai'd into a world and you ran into 4 characters from other verses. They don't have to be all from the same universe. Who are the 4 people you'd want to run into to recruit to your camp in order to make surviving the wilderness and this world easier?
I feel like you should go first.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Oh, thank you so much.
I
all
feel
right,
like
cool.
you should go
first.
So
I didn't go with the idea of like the hardest hitters, right? I wasn't thinking along the lines of I need someone who's able to just wave a hand and blow up a planet, right? Because while that's sick and everything, if that's the only answer I got, I might not be surviving
Yeah.
because they're gonna kill me too. So my first character that I want to run into is Minato from Naruto.
That is
Simply
good.
because anywhere that we go, if he leaves his mark there, we can get back. Right? He's shown to be able to teleport other people as well.
That is a good
So
pick.
I like Minato a lot for that because anywhere we need to be that we've been before, we can get back to. So Minato is by far my favorite pick for number one. Second is a bit unusual because morally this guy is just awful. And it's Aizen. It's Sosuke Aizen from Bleach.
Okay.
Um, he is shown to have an intellect unparalleled in that entire universe. Man's got plans on plans on plans. It feels like Yagami eating some potato chips every single time he's on the screen. So Sosuke Aizen, because his intelligence is just uncanny. So like if we were to make a plan to go somewhere to make sure that we get something done, he would be the one I'd want making the plan, right? And then Minato helping execute that's just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Like we're getting it done. Then after that, if we're starting in the wilderness, I think I want Shino Aburame from Naruto.
Okay.
Not everything that I see is going to be safe or edible. I want Shino to be able to tell me, like, hey, so you just got bit by a super poisonous bug. No big deal. We can work with this.
I like that.
Yeah, and Shino's ability to be able to connect with the bugs in nature make him a super crazy good asset to just have for surviving. And then my fourth one is the last one I'd want joining my group would probably be Kilo Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, dude.
Right? So like it's mostly because his innate knowledge of traps and assassinations make it so that like let's say we're walking through the forest and Kilo would notices that like it's getting a little quiet. Kilo would probably be the first one to pick up like, hey, we're probably being tracked by a predator. Right? Or he'd probably be like, hey, so I'm noticing some markings on a tree. This seems like this is where bears typically mark when they would go to hibernate. Let's watch out for bear traps, right? This would be the person who would probably be picking up on that.
Okay.
So
I
so
like
I
him.
think I think that would be my go-to for that. So it'd be Minato, Sosuke Aizen, Shino Aburame, and Kilo Zoldyck is my four.
Okay. I like him. So my four, I will keep Tsukasa, just cause.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Lion Killer himself.
Yeah. So I have no worry about any wildlife.
I meant eviscerating a lion.
Yeah. No worries whatsoever. Like I'm taking him. And then kind of cheap to say, but from the same anime, I'll take Senku, because he has a
I don't know Senku.
vast knowledge of science.
Okay.
Like he knows everything.
Okay. Sick.
Like in the anime, he's building civilization from scratch.
That's pretty sick.
Like I'll take him. I'll take him.
For sure. No, it's a good pick.
So those two, even though they're from the same anime, I'm chilling with them.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then I was thinking Edward,
Elric from Full Metal?
from yeah.
That's a
Fullmetal,
good one. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a
with
really
his
good one.
alchemy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. And my fourth one, where is it? I was thinking it would be Kirito from Sword Art Online.
Okay. Why Kirito?
He has some sick sword skills.
Oh, okay. So you got him chopping up everything from
Yeah.
animals
Yeah.
to trees.
I mean,
to
yeah.
everything.
I mean, in the anime, he butchers basically the biggest tree ever. So I mean, we can use him. He can cut down the big tree. He can make we can make a house with it.
Okay. Oh, that'd be pretty sick, right? You have Kirito cut down things, and then you have Edward Elric just
Yeah.
transmuted into whatever you need. That'd be pretty
Exactly.
sick, actually. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's a sick combo. I like that. Okay, that's sick. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. Do me a favor, guys. Actually, if you guys have a team or a group that you think you would enjoy or might do better than ours, go ahead and leave a comment with that.
Make sure you do that. This has been a pretty Good episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, so I mean, that's all the time we have today, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Put those comments down there. Make sure you let us know who you guys think your 4 people are, if you want to do that. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much. Peace.